local sports from KYMA News 11.
Well, I have the outstanding privilege of being joined by a man of many titles. I'll give a few. Obviously, you know this man is Rod Woodson, NFL legend, Super Bowl champion, and in my opinion, one of the greatest of all time to ever play the game. Mr. Woodson, thank you very much for joining us.
I appreciate it.
All right, so let's talk first and foremost about your life and how the game of football has really helped kind of cultivate your life in general.
Well, I mean, sports can teach you so many things if you let it. It taught me hard work. I mean, I'm from Indiana. My father's a blue-collar worker. It taught me how to work hard, keep my nose down to the ground, not complain a whole bunch, try to find solutions instead of complaining about things. But it's, you know, sports has really allowed me to go to college, get a degree, play in the National Football League for 17 years. So, you know, and playing football in general, it's just opened it up to all my friends that I have in my life and giving me everything that I know right now.
All right. Well, speaking of football, we go from the preps, or the pros to the preps, where we do a show called Friday Night Lights, very popular football show on every given Friday in the fall. And I want to get your perspective on the high school game. Obviously, you've come up through those ranks. How much does it mean to have that time in your life to really go and ball at that stage before moving upward and onward?
Well, I mean, it's, you know, high school football, I mean, they did a TV series, Friday Night Lights. You know, if you do a TV series on something, it's pretty good. I mean, it has a name for itself. You know, we all played Friday night football. Some of us played Saturday afternoon football, you know, because they couldn't get the Friday night lights because they didn't have lights at their stadium. But they still played high school football. And at the end of the day, it's about coming together with a bunch of young kids, playing together, forming friendships, forming a bond, learning how to work as a team, learning who you are as an individual. And I always say at the high school level and below, they got to believe in who they are. And I think a lot of times sports give them that atmosphere or that street, so to speak, where they can say, you know, I am who I am. I'm learning. I believe in who I am. I have the I can, I will mentality. And sports has given me that confidence of being somebody in the classroom, a better son, a better brother, a better friend. And hopefully, you know, high school football is doing that for not just here in this community, but the communities around the U.S.
What advice would you give to the prep athletes that are watching right now that have those NFL aspirations that you had once upon a time? What counsel, what pearls of wisdom would you give them?
Well, I didn't have the aspiration to be in the National Football League. I think, you know, only 1% of the 1% plays in the National Football League. And that 1% only plays for 3.9 years. And, you know, my message today to the high schoolers here were, first of all, you're a student athlete. That means you're a student first, you're athlete second. Get your degree. Be it an end all, get your degree, educate yourself. Even if you play 5 years in the National Football League, you're 28 when you get out. You know, what are you going to do for the rest of your life? So, you know, it is a great dream to have, but I think at the end, all the kids should be worrying about educating themselves, getting a degree from college, and furthering their careers after the sports are done.
So from here on out, as you go forward in your life, how do you plan on continuing being the ambassador to the game of game of football that I know that you hold near and dear to your heart?
I mean, I've been playing the game since I've been 9 years old. I've been involved in football since 1987 in the National Football League in some capacity, be it a player, be it a coach, be it working for the NFL Network, now working for Westwood One. I have my own foundation, Hope Through Football, helping our youth practice excellence through football. So I'm trying to give back in every capacity I can. But at the end of the day, you know, we want all the young athletes to believe in who they are. And that's my end goal. And hopefully football can be that avenue. If it's not football, but any other major sports. If it's not sports, maybe it's a chess club, maybe it's a glee club, maybe it's the band. But for those kids to find, you know, their niche in life. But at the end, believe in who they see in the mirror.
Mr. Woodson, it's been a tremendous pleasure for me and a great honor to get this chance to talk with you. Thank you very much for spending time with us.
It's my pleasure.
All right. We're going to go ahead and send it back to you in the studio.